Porsche caused a sensation at the World Exposition in Paris. Not long after this, without attracting much attention at the time, Porsche introduced all-wheel drive and four-wheel brakes to car design. The Lohner Porsche Mixte made automobile history, as we can see today. It combined a gasoline engine and an electric motor to create the world's first functional hybrid. In 1906, at the age of only 31, Porsche was appointed technical director at Austro-Daimler in Wiener Neustadt. His first engines for airships and aircraft appeared in 1908. Only 2 years later, he won the Prince Henry trial in an Austro-Daimler car of his own design. The son of the later chief engineer Karl Rabe recalls,
My
father joined Austro-Daimler in Wiener Neustadt as a young engineer in 1913. Ferdinand Porsche was technical director at that time and became managing director in 1917. Even then, he was producing remarkable, not to say brilliant designs that my father often described to me. A good example is the Landwehr train, a gasoline-electric road tractor that could pull several automatically controlled trailers. The trailer could carry a load of 30 metric tons, 30,000 kilograms, an incredible achievement as early as 1915. For these services, Porsche was awarded an honorary doctorate from the Vienna College of Advanced Technology in 1917. After the war, Porsche turned his attention to a different area and built the Sascha, a two-seat sports car that won its class in the Targa Florio road race first time out. By 1922, it had been entered for 51 races and won 43 of them. Porsche clearly had a vision of a car that weighed far less than the racing cars of that time, with their giant engines. It was this ability to put technical ideas and visions into effect that was so typical of Porsche then. And, by the way, is still typical of the company that bears his name.
Technischer Visionen und Ideen, was eigentlich heute noch für Porsche ausschlaggebend ist.
Ferdinand Porsche moved to the Daimler Motoren-Gesellschaft in Untertürkheim by Stuttgart in 1923 and continued the company's development work on supercharged engines. His first success was the Mercedes Monza racing car of 1924. And under his supervision, the famous Mercedes S, SS, and SSK models began to appear. They added even more to his already high reputation as a car designer. After a brief period at the Steyr company in Austria, he returned to Stuttgart at the end of 1930. But from then on, went his own way, the Porsche way, and opened the Porsche Design Office.
Mein Vater ist draufgekommen.
My father knew that his productivity was so enormous that within a year or two, his input to any company was enough to give it a sound basis for the next 10 years. And so he asked himself why he should keep on providing companies with this sound basis and then moving on when it would be better to open his own office and work for all of them.
Es waren ja 1931 nur 12 Konstrukteure anwesend.
In 1931, the office employed just 12 designers in rented rooms at Kronenstraße 24 near the main railway station in Stuttgart. Although those were difficult times financially, and the slump of 1931 didn't help matters, there were interesting development contracts to be worked on from the very start.
Finanziell gesehen, es war die Wirtschaftskrise 1931.
The first cars designed